it going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the TheFlourishUser here, and today we're playing in a color that is akin to my name. We're playing a mono green Stompy deck. Looks very similar to the mono green of the last standard, however there is one significant upgrade. Invoke the Ancients. Get 2 bodies for the price of 1. 4 or 5 green spirit creature tokens. Now, what are you going to do with those? Well, you could always throw an Esika Chariot in the deck and be able to copy them. We're currently sitting on 24 lands. 1 of Unnatural Growth to get those big beefy boys. The Ulvenwald Oddity, which was big from the last set, that gave everything else trample and haste. Plus a little buff. As we already discussed, the Esika's Chariot. Create the cat tokens and to double up these tokens that come into play. 3 Kazandu Mammoth, solid body, and the buff from the landfall triggers are always fun. The Old Growth Troll for a little ramp if he dies, and just a undercosted 4/4 with trample for some single target removal and buffing up, and if you got enough mana, you know, some combination of all 3 of those things, even though I only said 2. We added in the Liberator because I don't like the enchantments and artifacts that are running around right now, being as they're some of the most popular things in the meta. So why not play a card that helps get rid of them? With the amount of control that's out there in mid-range, you're likely to be able to get it to be night, and when it's night, the second you attack with this card, it'll destroy some enchantments or artifacts. In the past, I've been able to destroy, while it's been on the field, probably up to 3 things at once. We have the Werewolf Packleader, just the solid card draw engine of the deck. You're swinging in with big guys every turn, so why not add something that benefits you from swinging all the time? Ascendant Packleader. We have a nice high end here. We've got 6 to 10 cards altogether that are 4 and up. So it's not unlikely that this will enter in the late game as a 3/2, and it will, if you started the game out with it, it will continue to buff up as the game goes on. We have the signature removal for green, your Blizzard Brawl, for the indestructibility and buffing for 1 mana. And we have the replacement from Kamigawa for the Snakeskin Veil in the form of Tamiyo Safekeeping. Doesn't give you the counter, but in addition to hexproof, it also gives you indestructible, which means you don't have to worry about getting bigger than. You can just trade outright with your opponent. And you gain 2 life, which in a deck that doesn't have any life gain, a little incremental life gain never hurt nobody. Mana base, we're doing 2 of the Boseiju, who endures, the Lair of the Hydra, the snow-covered forest to activate the Blizzard Brawl, and 2 Field of Ruin for all the man lands running around. Do I even really care that much about the Lair of the Hydra? You know, we're gonna cut 1 there, add in 1 more snow-covered forest, just because I like having more of those. And let's go ahead and jump into some games. Let's have some fun. Just a nice relaxing day. Looking to have a good time. And let's have at it, shall we? Better. Put back the Invoke. Keep the Invoke, put back Endure. I think that's actually the play. We're more likely to draw 2 more mana than we are to redraw in a book. second spell you cast costs one less. Level it up to put... Is that Esper? That's not cool. We'll get rid of the safekeeping. Okay. We will swing away. We will hit them. We will play the troll. We will pray. Pray, I say. Why is it so laggy? Do I really have that many things open? Is it because of Twitter? Well, aside from the fact that they kind of screwed me on that, we'll go ahead and attack in. We could Blizzard Brawl that, which maybe we should. That'll slow him down for sure. Maybe I should have done that first so I got the buff, but a little punt on my part. Errors were made. Oh. 3:30 in the morning. Not a soul in sight. City's looking like a ghost town. Moonless summer night. God, look at that art.
Get in, get out. Easy mission. Our eyes are everywhere.
There's an argument that says maybe play the Chariot first, because next turn you could play those and you could swing and make the double. And I would say you're probably right, and I completely messed that up.
I know something you don't know.
However, I would much rather them try and take and exile one of those as compared to my Chariot. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Kazandu, if it hadn't been for Kazandu, I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Kazandu. Is it the dog? Might be the dog. Well, gotta put down Lassie. Yeah, I saw that.
Never see me coming. Now, what do we have here?
Okay. Well, might as well swing in. In the middle of the night, I was walking in my sleep through the valley of bridge, to a river so deep, searching for something. Oh, I couldn't believe what I was looking for. All right, they go to swing. They hit me for one. They... Rite of Oblivion. They up level 3 their thingy here. They meat hook massacre because they can. Okay.
I've got all kinds of connections.
Am I back up? Am I good? Oh my lord. Bit rates are in free fall. We're in free fall. Rocking and we're rolling and we're rocking and we're rolling. So I don't know if opponent had, well, I'm playing an Esper deck, so I would assume the opponent has outs. I just don't know what those are. Okay. That's fine. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I could, in theory, potentially, maybe...
There's no secret I can't uncover.
You think they realize that there's a layer of the Hydra on the field? We're gonna take that as a new. Yeah, I don't know if they saw that, but that was fun. Fine. I had a monster earlier today, and I think I'm coming down off of that, which is why I'm so groggy. Yeah, we'll try this out. Gotta be something we can do, right? Werewolf Packleader. Mono white, maybe? An imported deck, potentially? A Luminarch Aspirant, mayhaps? These answers and more next time on Dragon Ball Z. And we're gonna go ahead and just fight. We're gonna do that now for two reasons. One, I don't want it to keep growing and get on the same level as my Werewolf Packleader. And two, it makes my opponent think that that's the only potential thing I could have done, and hopefully they're not noticing the holds in priority for my Tamiyo Safekeeping. So there was some reasoning to my madness. Very nice. Like I said, you don't know what it's like. So we need one more green mana, or for them to play... Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh no, whatever will I do? How about use the exact same card? Rinse and repeat. Nice. Green? Ooh, that's not bad. Ooh. Okay, so unless by the sheer grace of God they manage to get another Skyclave apparition, they will probably do something different. Otherwise, they will definitely be taking my Chariot. And if they don't, I will be flabbergasted. If they don't, though, and we draw a land, we're going to be sitting real pretty. A colored land. Actually, I have no choice but to draw a colored land. An untapped colored land, specifically. Throwing it out there for RN Jesus. Do you go for the swing? No? Yes? No. This is a teleportation circle deck, by the way. I will bet you dollars to donuts that's what their deck plays. Oh! Oh! The good Lord, he done did heard me prayer. We will give one vigilance and one trample. We will give one of them the Taparoony. And we will, as the kids say, swing-a-ling, copying said thingy. Lair of the Hydra. Not sure how I feel about that completely. Do you trade your Chariot? No. You're going to take my Werewolf Packleader because I'm a fool. You're not a gabagool, you're a gabafool. Do you take the Werewolf Packleader? Are you trying to copy one of your things? Double blocks. Wow. Very nice. Do I hate that? I don't think I hate that. I did get another big body out of it. Unless for some reason they're playing Doomscar, I don't necessarily know what they would do. Unless they play a Doomscar or Farewell, I should say. We did get the next land in the deck out the way, though. That's always nice. And then they played a Jugan. Huh. What do you got? Now, this could be fun. Oh, come on! Well, it's a victory. We'll take it. Don't know why they ran, but we'll take it. All right. This is definitely a hand. Is it the hand we want to keep? Content play. Tap land first, then the forest. Then if we don't draw another land, unfortunately the Boseiju? Oh boy. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, there's no stick, so no, at least nothing for one that can do it to us, so that's Rakdos. Okay. That's Rakdos with a sanguine statue. What? Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so we will go ahead and swing. I guess we'll just play the troll. I was gonna hold back and let this flip. But being a mono green deck, you normally want to keep the pressure on. It does draw ire to this, which is why we're only running 2 anyway. In this meta with enchantments and artifacts, this card is pretty good as long as it's nighttime, because every attack trigger you get to destroy something. With that said, I also want to keep the pressure on, which puts them in a bind like this. Do I take 4 damage next turn, wasting my time killing this? Or do I just let it do what it's going to do? Is this a mono... or not a mono. Is this a Rakdos control deck that maybe wants to reanimate? So they use the blood tokens to fill the graveyard? I have seen a card, and that was the leap I made. And if I'm right because of the A card, I would be amazed. Okay. So they kind of did our work for us. So we're gonna go to combat now. And I'm gonna swing and destroy your statue. And even if you sack the blood token, you will lose the statue. Okay. Content keep. Ow. Well, poopy. Now the upside is if they swing with the Tainted Adversary, we're actually going to block with our Old Growth Troll. But I don't think they know that yet. Now, you may be asking why I'm going to do that. It's because when I do, I'll take that off the field. I'll enchant one of these forests, which will then tap for snow-covered mana. Because it will tap for snow-covered mana, I will be able to do something like, oh, I don't know, this. Whoa, whoa, what? I see the problem. Oops. So, I'm glad everyone was paying attention, because what that was a demonstration of why that doesn't actually give you snow permanence, but instead access to snow mana. And for those of us who are paying attention and knew that, happy for you playing along. Okay. Oh, dirty rat. Go ahead. Swing into my big boys. Actually really liking the invoke thing in this deck. Getting 2 big bodies for the price of 1. It's kind of nice. Okay, doesn't like the vigilance. I can get that. I get behind that. I understand where you're coming from. I could technically do all 3 of these. Now, why do I keep holding back instead of swinging? You may be asking yourself. They have removal. Well, I do have a Tamiyo Safekeeping, and they seem to be stuck on 3 land. If they were to swing, I now have 2 big bodies to block their Menacers. Not really concerned with the Trespasser, even though I know there's a creature in the graveyard. So yeah. I'm honestly not too concerned. Very nice. So okay. I know this flips this, but I don't care because there's nothing in my graveyard, at least. They could exile their own if they really felt so inclined. Don't know why they would. They can waste a mana here by all means. They can waste their mana going and swinging at my Frenzied Trapkeeper. Or they can do that. So what we're gonna do is kick this. And we're gonna pick all 3. We're gonna put 2 counters onto this guy. We're gonna target a player to gain some life. We're gonna target a creature that I control to kill a creature. Don't have a kill spell. I know you're thinking, a lot of pretty colors coming out of that card right now. Got all sorts of rainbows happening and stuff and things, and buddy, you can keep looking. What are you doing? Yeah, the counters are going on that guy. This guy's killing your guy. What do you want to do? Do you want to kill something? Did you want to... What are you doing? Today, Junior. Cool. God. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Yep, only got the one guy. Very cool. I am glad we have made these decisions together. Double my stuff. Swing-a-ling. All right, Nazumi. Bye-bye. You're dead, son. Very cool. Now they could activate the hives, swinging for 3, exile something from the yard. Do I care? Shit. That one. That one. All right, I was trying to play it cool, but I can't lie. I completely forgot that this guy becomes an enchantment aura and sticks to a land. Okay. Good stuff. Hey, look what I got. Double the pleasure, double the fun. I should have buffed the Hydra. A lot of these games of mine can actually be determined by whether or not I activate the Hydra. And I keep freaking forgetting. Okay. They only have enough to activate once. By the way. Oh, no, not this guy. Maybe? I think for each activate... Anyway, as I was saying... Okay. Good on you, mate. Cool stuff, and then we're gonna need 1, 2, so we can make it 3, 3. So I want 3. I want 1 mana still available. No. I can make it a 4. And have 1 mana still up. Yes. Excellent. Beginning of combat. Double everything. Go to combat. Swing with combat. There we go. We have 3 lands. We don't have a 4th or a 3rd snow, but I see a potential. So we're going to start with the snow lands and hope we draw into another land. Okay. Well, would have been nice to have you sooner. Okay, so we got another land technically. So as long as they keep it clear, I think that might actually be our limit as far as sweet playing things for a bit. You know what? On second thought, Esika's Chariot don't look bad neither. Worst they can do is counter it. Fine by me, we have another one. Okay. That was terrible timing. Please give me another land. Please give me another land. Fuck! Yeah! They knew! This doesn't look like a keepable hand. We have no early plays. We gotta wait till turn 3 and... yeah. Better, I suppose. I'm actually going to toss back the Oddity because we have Esika's Chariot and the Invoke the Ancients. And because we have that 2-card combo, we can copy the tokens that get created kind of the same way we can with the Ren. Which it might be in this standard, the new... I'm going to go off on a limb and say that if your 5-mana green card, if you're going for a mono green deck, does not make something that can crew the Chariot and have something copied, is it worth playing? I would say no. Others who are better than me probably would say yes, depending on what it is. Who's to say? Okay. Have this. We will swing. We will then play the Kazandu Mammoth. That just scared me half to death. Ooh. That doesn't feel good. Oh. Stakes felt like they were made. I'll swing for 3. Do they have another Skyclave they want to try? I seen a resurgence of the Skyclaves. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Doth thou swing? Doth mother know you wear her drapes? Can't live in fear forever. They both have first strike. Well, we didn't think of that. Retro. Uh-huh. Part of me says I should have used that on the enchantment. Part of me saying you needed the land. Both parts are screaming for attention. Did they swing with anything? Not near. Well, there's my thing for turn. And we're going to hold off. Still have enough for a Tamiyo Safekeeping if need be. Thank you, God. No. Nay, I say. Nay. Okay. So this puts us in an interesting predicament. For instance, they could do that. I didn't do that right. God. Okay. Well, can't block that. They didn't play anything though, which means that next turn it has to attack. So here's why I don't mind doing that. It allowed me to play both the Esika's Chariot because of the taxing. Get to that in a second. And also destroy the enchantment. Because of the Archon, they can't actually play another spell either. And we're not actually too butthurt about that. Okay. We spy another land. Okay. Next turn, unless they do something nuts here, is where we're going to start laying on the pressure. Seriously? Seriously. I'm gonna put it on that one. Boop. I'm gonna draw a card because you gave me the token, so I'm gonna use it. Ooh, very nice. All right. Well, we were hoping to do this with someone else. However, we will do it with this guy. So now we will tap this guy. Now we will start mounting some pressure. For the love of all that is just and holy in the world, why? Yeah. I have 2, 8, 1 shy of lethal. I have 2. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm 1 short. Okay. Am I going to regret killing this thing? Maybe. Did the 2 cards in their hand allow them to do a thing? Is that why they wanted to do that? So they could play 2 cards out? Maybe? The whole reason I added reach is because I wanted it dead. Okay. And here we are again. So I will play out my 1 creature. And I will. So now I have lethal, and they would need to do something about it. Right? That's 8, 12, 16. So if I just swing all out here, they need to make blocks. And it can't just be the small guys, they have to block the big ones too. I think we might actually beat mono white. Do we have it? Do we have it? Makes the double block. I don't care at this point for the one extra whatever. I'd much rather get rid of the brute there. Yeah. Okay. Keep forgetting about that first strike. Did I just goof? I don't think I goofed. They don't have lethal yet. Apparently the Hydra being a 4/4 is just a magic freaking number. Alright, I think this is now definitely lethal. Go ahead, do your double block trick. I dare you. I double freaking dare you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Good. Now what about the trample? Trample, my guy. Are you on drugs? There's 2 tramplers there. Okay. That's still 8 damage. You could Field of Ruin the Hydra and destroy it. I don't know if they realize that. Okay, so what do we got? Lethal? The Wandering Emperor. Still lethal, so don't really know what they're gonna do. I could even just to really add pain, I'm gonna do that. I really didn't need to, but welcome to the after game wrap up. Let's talk some stuff about the deck, shall we? What did it do? It performed fairly well. I liked it. We had some good matchups. We had some little rough matchups. The control decks do their normal control deck thing, stopping us. We went up against Izzet list with the gold spans didn't really fare too well against them. Hanada list also ran the gold spans. It may just be the gold spans that do us in, but the combination of the Esika's Chariot and the Invoke the Ancients, very solid combo. Makes some big bodies that opponents just want to get rid of. I think in the last game, we went up against Mono White. The Archon that's been added into a lot of lists in the main deck was actually worked against the deck's favor for them, because we don't necessarily care about playing one card a turn. That's not what Mono Green's about. Mono Green's about playing undercosted creatures. Overcosted? I'm not quite sure on the term. Leave a comment explaining to me which is right. Hey, look at that engagement. But is it undercosted when it's a 3 mana 4/4? Or is it overcosted? I think it's under, but I don't, maybe I'm slow. So, the Kazandu Mammoth, we ended up playing as a land quite a few times. Never really did the Field of Ruin. You might not even need to run them. They're safe. They're a safe bet in this environment with all the man lands, but maybe you're just being overly protective with them. You do have the tree, which I just now remembered lets you do the same thing that this does. So we're gonna go ahead and maybe just make that a 3 of and add in another forest. And the deck's probably gonna run a lot smoother, wouldn't you know it? Because there was quite a few times where I was stuck not being able to play these cards because I had to hope and pray I would get an untapped land. With that, we're also going to knock that down one, just go for 19 forests. Because although in the emergency cases where you do have this, lands coming in tapped in this deck will be your downfall. You do not want mono green to have tapped lands. You want as many untapped as possible. So by the time you draw these in the late game, you've got plenty of lands on the field to be able to get into it. In the early games, the 1 and 2, you'll probably play it on turn 1. Not going to be a big deal. Turn 2, if you're feeling crazy. But you want to be able to activate your Blizzard Brawl and have the mana to do so. But all in all, still mono green, still fun. Best of 1. I don't know about best of 3. I'm still trying to learn how to build best of 3 decks myself. Just a little sharing with the audience. So, yep. If you made it this far in the video, greatly appreciated. I've been trying to find that sweet spot so I don't bore everyone to death. I know my commentary isn't the greatest from time to time, but I try to make sure I'm explaining what's going on for those who are just either listening or, it's mono green. I'm sure not everybody's really too concerned with it. They much rather see some other fun stuff. But yeah, appreciate everyone sticking around this long, and I will catch you next time. Peace out. And please don't forget to subscribe and follow on the Twitters and all the fun stuff that pops up at the end card. Thank you very much.